It is time for Money in the Bank predictions. Welcome to the 716 Sports Entertainment Podcast, where we are going to break down the surprisingly four-match card for Money in the Bank. We were certain one was going to get added last night, but it did not. So we're going to break it all down for you, give you guys our official picks, as always, to just make sure we put that score out there. Mr. T. Reese is at 18 points, leading the way. I am at 17 because I did such a good job on the last show, and Sean is at 16. So
Guys,
can
it's a marathon, not a sprint.
so can these guys catch up? Can I get ahead of Reese? Am I going to fall into last place? What is going to happen with this? We've got four matches, and we're going to break it all down. And we'll also, just for fun, we'll also have a bonus pick for you guys at the end, because I kind of have a fun thought as well here to give these guys a chance to maybe earn some extra points. So as always, I'm Mike with 716 Sports Entertainment Podcast, joined by Mr. Sean O'Neill, Mr. T. Reese. And guys, let's break it all down. So let's start with the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And we've got a good one. It is going to be LA Knight, Penta, Andrade, Solo Sikoa, Seth freaking Rollins, and El Grande Americano, who is going to be doing the double duty, brought to you by Cash App. So I'm going to pass it right over to you, Mr. Sean. Who do you got and why?
So I feel like obviously the safe bet is Seth Rollins. Just due to everything currently going on storyline wise. But I feel like I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm not going to go with the safe bet here. I think now, after having been in his third Money in the Bank in a row now, I think LA Knight's going to win.
Wow, I didn't expect LA Knight to come out of your mouth on that one.
Dude, it's his third. This is his third Money in the Bank in a row. Like, there's no way that they do that to him again.
Yeah, now you got me thinking there, Mr. O'Neill.
Right?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Seth's going to win either. I think it's going to be Penta.
Wow.
Really? Really?
I think it's going to be Penta.
I mean, I think there's only two guaranteed non-winners in Andrade and Solo, so I guess I could see Penta.
Oh, see, I disagree with that completely. I think the guaranteed non-winner is El Grande Americano and Andrade. I think Solo could win. I think LA Knight could win. I think Penta could win, and I think Seth is obviously the betting favorite, right? So your final choice is LA Knight, and Reese, it's Penta?
I'm taking Penta, and I'm telling you, I'm calling it right now. Sammy is coming out to stop Seth from winning the Money in the Bank. I'm calling it.
I will
going to interfere in this match, or CM Punk's going to interfere in this match. One of them two are going to interfere in this match to keep Seth from winning.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to agree with Sean. I think LA Knight's going to win.
Really?
I think, and the reason I say that is because LA Knight has been this. They made it clear on SmackDown last night. This is his third in a row Money in the Bank ladder match. So it is put up or shut up time for Mr. LA Knight. And I think if LA Knight doesn't win, or if I think Seth Rollins, something's going to happen to prevent Seth Rollins from winning. Otherwise, I would be picking him. Like to your point about Sammy coming out, or CM Punk coming out, or hell, he made an awful lot of interesting jabs at Roman Reigns. Could we see a wild Roman Reigns returning here as well to prevent him from winning? It is certainly possible. So I think it's too obvious that Seth Rollins is going to win, which leads me to believe that he is not going to win. So mark it, I'm going to go with LA Knight as well.
Well, let me give you my reasons for Penta real quick. Is because this is the perfect spot now where Penta's as popular as he is right now. Now you give him another boost by putting the briefcase in his hand. Now you really can do what you want with Penta, and you can cross him with anybody.
I don't know. I feel like it's a little bit too fast for that. I will say, though, if I end up being wrong and Rollins does end up winning, I don't think he holds the briefcase very long.
Well, we'll get into that in a little bit because I want to give some special points at the end of this. So save your cash in thoughts for a minute on this.
Okay.
So let's go to the Let's go to the next match on the card, which will probably be the second match on the card. I got to imagine if I'm predicting the way this card is going to go. But we've got the Women's Intercontinental Champion Lyra Valkyria going one-on-one with Rebecca Lynch. Start with you for this one, Reese. Who do you got and why?
DQ.
What?
I don't think anybody wins this match.
So you think Lyra keeps the belt?
Yep. I think there's going to be a DQ. I think something's going to happen in this match. I don't know if someone's going to get involved or what's going to happen. Maybe Bayley gets involved. Who knows? But I don't think there's going to be a winner in this match, if you ask me. I think they're going to ride this story. This storyline has been gripping people, and I think it's, in my opinion, too soon to cut it off right now. I think they're going to push this out to the next show.
Interesting. Sean, who do you got?
I think Becky Lynch wins. I think that when she wins and Lyra has to raise her arm, Becky puts her in the disarmor, and that's when Bayley comes back.
I think I completely agree. I think Bayley is going to get involved in this match, and I don't think it is going to be during the match. I think, to your point, it is going to be after the match. I think that makes a lot of sense. And I, too, think that Becky is going to win. I think Becky has to win. I like it doesn't... I think the feud ends, right? If Lyra just wins again, like it's
Exactly.
over with. Like, what do you do? I mean, you could have Becky move on to Bayley, but it's like Becky is moving on to just after a loss, right? Like, you have to have Bayley come out after the fact, I think. And I think, to your point, Sean, I think that makes a lot of sense. So I'm going to say mark it, Becky wins.
Not getting any points on you, Mike.
All right, let us move on to the third match of the card, which is the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, which is between Stephanie Vaquer, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and Giulia. Who went first last time? Reese, you did. So, Sean, who do you got and why?
So the women's match has 100% way more intrigue to it than the men's match. I feel like any one of these women could benefit from winning the briefcase. I would like to see Roxanne win, but I think that Naomi wins here.
Interesting.
Oh, Mr. Torrent Kush is in my brain. I was going to say the same thing. I think Naomi wins the Money in the Bank. It fits her perfectly for the way her character's going, and especially with the way now. Watch our previous show covering SmackDown. We did allude to, maybe Jade ends up getting involved into the SummerSlam match for the belt after winning the Queen of the Ring. And this is when Naomi comes in and tries to use the old briefcase.
And I wasn't there for your thoughts on this, so.
That's true. But I think that's how their paths are going to recross again. I'm picking Naomi as well.
So this is where I'm going to gain points on you guys. Because I'll tell you right now, with everything coming out about TKO lately, there is one thing that is absolutely certain when it comes to the WWE, and it is all about the making of money. And yeah, I can tell you right now, see how this briefcase over here says Money in the Bank? You know what it's going to say?
Don't you dare say mommy.
It's going to say Mommy in the Bank, because Rhea Ripley is going to win. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think Stephanie or Naomi is the right thing to do. But Rhea's going to win, because Mommy in the Bank is going to make a fortune amount of money for TKO shareholders. Mark it down. Rhea Ripley is winning.
You know what else would make for a really nice, a really interesting looking briefcase? One covered in caution tape. Rhea doesn't need the briefcase. She can do whatever she wants.
I know she.
I just don't see her needing to walk around with it. I mean, we're just going to wait for Rhea to win the belt? That's what's going to happen. She doesn't need to cash it in. At what point, as being a face, is she going to cash it in?
I know she doesn't need it. I'm telling you, she doesn't need it. She's just going to call her shot, and it's going to be the main event of the Evolution pay-per-view, and she's going to cash it in on Tiffany Stratton.
I hate that.
Telling you right now, that is absolutely what's going. Rhea is going over to SmackDown. She's going to beat Tiffany, and she's going to become the women's champion on SmackDown. Mark it
Okay.
in your
Okay.
calendar.
You know what, Mike?
It's happening.
You completely convinced me. You completely convinced me. I thought it's too obvious of a choice. The same thing with the Seth Rollins thing. I just don't know. I mean, it's hard for me to say that both favorites are going to win in both ladder matches.
Well, none of us picked Rollins, so
no. But that's why we didn't take Rollins, because he's too much of the favorite, and I think Rhea's too much of the favorite. You know what I mean? I just don't, and I'm just trying to figure out at what point, as a face, when is she going to cash it in? Rhea, as a face, wouldn't wait until Tiffany's beat up in the ring to cash it in.
No, she won't. It'll be the main event of Evolution. She'll call her shot, and it'll just say, "I'm cashing in on you," and we're going to have the main event of the Evolution show.
She'll do what Cena did and pre-call it.
Yeah, she absolutely will.
Mike, you have convinced me.
So you're changing your pick?
I'm going to go with Rhea.
Oh, I love it.
You're a coward.
Right. All right. So we got Rhea for Mr. Reese here. All right. Coward. So I don't know if this is going to be the main event. I kind of think the men's match is going to be the main event of the show, but regardless, we have the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso teaming up with yours truly favorite wrestler Cody Rhodes, going against Dirtbag Logan Paul and the WWE Champion John Cena. The last time is now. I'm going to go first for this one because I haven't gone first for any of them. And I'm telling you right now, the faces are winning. 100%. Cena and Jey are winning this match, and Logan Paul will be the one to take the pin. The heels stood tall at the end of SmackDown last night, and it makes Cody look like an absolute goof if he loses, and he can't go for the title if he loses, especially if he gets pinned by Logan Paul. Forget it. And then furthermore, Jey has got a big match on Monday with Gunther, and I don't think you have him going into a loss. So Cody's not going to eat 2 pins in a row from Cena, and there's no way Jey is going in to face Gunther, where he could very well likely lose his title on Monday if Rollins does end up winning. There's no way the faces can lose this match. So mark it, the faces win this match.
I'm in agreement. I think the faces win this match. I do think that don't be surprised if a Travis Scott show up comes.
Oh God, no.
Bean.
No, don't do it to me.
I'm just saying it. There's too much talk about him training and him not getting it down packed and all this other stuff. I think somehow Travis Scott is going to be involved in this match somehow, or not even in the match, comes out at the end and does something stupid. I don't know. WWE is just pumping all kind of celebrities. I don't understand the Halliburton t-shirts. I don't understand anything they're doing with these celebrities right now. So I am going to go with the faces on this one. It's the easiest pick, the pick that makes the most sense.
John?
Both of you pretty much covered the exact reasons why this match is going to go the way that it is. The only thing I'm going to add is that I think that something happens during the match, some sort of miscommunication, and Cena walks away and leaves Logan Paul there to eat the finishers and take the pin from Jey.
I like it because he's giving Logan too many flowers right now, and that's against what his whole angle of his character right now. I just don't understand why he would fluff up somebody where he calls him the future champ, but he's the real champ. So you got to look at the wording.
Yep.
So what you're saying, Sean, makes sense that he kind of probably leaves Logan Paul in the ring at some point. It would be great. What if they just R-Truth shows up as Cena's walking out and he just kicks him? It'd be great if R-Truth, they just mysteriously R-Truth is re-signed and he kicks Cena in the face.
I would love it.
All right. So we've got Sean has LA Knight, Becky Lynch, Naomi, and Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Terrence has Penta, a DQ finish with Lyra retaining, changed to Rhea Ripley, and the faces winning. And I have LA Knight, Becky, Rhea and the faces winning as well. So I'm going to give you guys an opportunity for a bonus point. And your bonus point is as follows. Is there going to be a cash-in today? Yes or no? You don't have to say who it's going to be, but will there be an attempted cash-in today?
No.
That's a very good question. WWE is getting a little squirrely lately. They've been doing a lot of out of left field stuff.
Keep in mind, there's not a women's title match on this show.
So, well, see, the hard thing is that we don't know what the lineup of the show is. Like CBS is reporting, they're kind of laid out what they think it's going to be, and they think that the main event's going to be the Cody match, then the women's match, Money in the Bank. Then they have listed the the men's one, and then the opening show will be the Intercontinental belt. Is the way they got it kind of laid out. So who knows? Maybe they got it down packed in. I think that's the only way you can tell. So if it holds true that Seth doesn't win, that means maybe, just maybe, the women's. Yeah, I think the women. I think maybe whoever wins that women's one might be the one to try to cash it in. Because my thing is this too: Triple H doesn't like the Money in the Bank. He hates it. And if you notice, they've been having people cash those things in fairly quickly.
Yeah, but there's no women's match for them to cash in on.
Well, they got what do you call it?
Just Lyra,
cash in on
you're right.
Yeah, just Lyra and Becky. Like neither one of the women's champions is going to be here.
Yeah, you're right.
It would have to be the men's, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think there's a cash in.
I agree with you. I also do not think that there's a cash in. So I guess no bonus points for anybody.
I will say though, what I was saying earlier, I think that
a bonus point for somebody call something right now that we think's going to happen.
If what I was saying before is if Rollins does end up being the one to win and we're all wrong, I think he cashes in on Monday night.
I agree with that.
I don't.
Attempts to cash in.
Right.
I'm not certain.
I think Roman Reigns is showing up, and if he does try to attempt it, he's going to be blocked by Roman when he comes out of the backstage.
I think Reigns shows up when he has the title.
So I think that could be your opportunity for a bonus point here. Then is there? All right, I got it for you, and then maybe there's an obvious one here too. But in any one of these 4 matches, is there interference? And if so, from whom? Call your shot.
Well, that's easy. There's interference on almost all of them. In the ladder match, your Braun and Bronson are going to interfere. In the women's
no. We'll not count those 2 guys because that one's obvious. Like somebody not expected. Like as an example, does Bayley return? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Does Roman Reigns return? Yes or no? Does I don't know. Does another party get involved? Somebody who's not actively on the roster, like right now, like who's not, somebody who's not like on the week-to-week television. Do they get involved? So you can't say CM Punk and Sammy and the Breaker and those guys. So like, basically, is anybody interesting going to get involved in the men's match? Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Is Bayley going to get involved, etc.? Right? Is Travis Scott going to show up in the main event? Something like that.
I already said Bayley gets involved.
Yeah, I think that's probably the easiest and more likely choice is Bayley getting involved at some point. But the thing is, I don't know because we're going to be technical about it. You're saying she's going to interfere in the match, or she's going to, or they're going to show up at the end of the match.
This is really not working out very well, is it? So because I think we're all going to say Bayley, aren't we?
Yeah, I know.
That seems like it's super likely as well. I agree with you, Sean. I don't think Roman Reigns is going to show up.
Not yet.
I think he shows up Monday.
I think Reigns shows up if and when Rollins wins the title.
Yeah, I think.
But see, that you're saying he's going to cash in soon because there's no way Roman Reigns is not going to show up for another month or 2.
Well, I think Roman Reigns is going to show up and he's going to win. I think he could win that King of the Ring thing. The problem is you have to have him do like 3 or 4 matches, which I don't know about that, but I mean,
it would be 3 matches, I think, right?
Yeah, which I don't see Roman Reigns doing 3 matches on TV for free, so maybe not.
And there's no way Seth can cash in tonight anyway, not with Gunther and Jay fighting.
Seth would cash in Monday if he cashed in, if he wins.
Yeah, he's gonna. It seems so likely that he's gonna cash in on the winner of the match Monday
He's
night.
Gunther's gonna win, and he's gonna cash in on Gunther.
I think he's going to try, and I think Roman Reigns shows up and it curbs it. He's not going to even cash. He's right when he's about to cash it in. Roman Reigns is going to show up.
Yeah, I really like that.
Don't forget now, Steph's done this before, and I just don't see them. I think they're going to try to repeat it again, but he gets stopped this time.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. So,
well, the last time he did it, he waited almost the entire year.
Right, but again, he's done this storyline before in cashing in. I just don't see them repeating it again. Him cashing in at the end of another match. I think Roman comes in and curbs it before it even sets off.
I feel like this is the easiest way to get the title back on Rollins, which is where this story needs to go.
Yes, we'll see.
Again, I think they may, because don't forget you got Gunther, floating around too. You could very well get some sort of matchup with them two. Seth and Gunther at some point. They've already crossed paths backstage. They've already alluded to it.
Yeah.
And what I hear about Goldberg, this dude ain't wrestling anytime soon. This dude can't even get through a workout without hurting himself.
It doesn't seem like SummerSlam is going to happen for Gunther and Goldberg anymore.
Nope. And he's even been in an interview, even said it. His body's not holding up right now for the training. The dude's got like multiple injuries just from training. He's not even wrestling anybody. He's got injuries.
That's nice.
I think Gunther, they got to do some sort of a pivot for Gunther, I think, at this point. And I can probably see maybe even, like I said, Gunther versus Seth.
Watch all of us be completely wrong about the men's match. Watch El Grande win it and cash in on Vikingo.
All right, guys, that is our predictions for Money in the Bank. We hope you guys enjoyed the show this evening. As always, smash that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. And have yourselves a great evening and take care.